This woman just walked 5 kilometers. She's 102 years old. Meanwhile, most people struggle to hit their 10,000 steps at 45. What does she know that we don't? And why are most people living to 85 on average, but missing out on 15 extra years that people in certain regions regularly hit? The answer isn't what you think. Here's something wild. In some regions, people live 5 years longer than others in the same country. Same healthcare system, same access to medicine. So what's actually going on? Today, we're looking at the places where people don't just survive, they thrive past 100. And more importantly, the exact lifestyle habits you can steal starting today. No supplements, no extreme diets, just simple changes backed by decades of research. Let's start with reality. Average life expectancy in developed countries sits around 80 to 85 years. That's pretty good. We've got modern medicine, clean water, and technology. But here's the reality check. While we're living longer than our grandparents, there are specific regions where hitting 100 isn't rare, it's normal. In these places, centenarians are 10 times more common than anywhere else. Even crazier? From your 80 or 85 years, you'll spend about 15 to 20 years dealing with some form of disability or chronic condition. So we're not just talking about adding years, we're talking about adding quality years. Enter the blue zones. 5 places around the world where people hit 100 at rates 10 times higher than the rest of us. Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Ikaria in Greece, Nicoya in Costa Rica, and Loma Linda in California. Dan Buettner and his team studied these populations for years and found something fascinating. Only about 20% of longevity is controlled by genes, while 80% comes from lifestyle and environment, which means you have way more control than you think. They distilled their findings into 9 core habits. And here's what matters for all of us. First up, they don't go to the gym. I know, sounds wrong, right? But here's the thing. These centenarians get their exercise naturally. The Sardinian shepherds? They walk at least 5 miles a day across rugged mountainous terrain. Okinawans tend gardens daily. They're not crushing it at the gym. They're just moving constantly throughout the day. For you, park further away. Take the stairs. Garden on the weekend. Walk to the shops instead of driving. Your body doesn't care if you're on a treadmill or walking to grab a coffee. It just wants consistent movement. Okinawans have this concept called hara hachi biyu. Eat until you're 80% full. Not stuffed, just satisfied. They naturally consume about 20% fewer calories without feeling deprived. Here's your hack. Use smaller plates. Serve at the stove, not family style at the table. Eat slowly. Put your fork down between bites. These aren't restrictions, they're just clever environmental designs. About 95% of Blue Zone diets are plant-based. They're not strict vegans, but they reduce meat intake to about 5 times a month. Beans, lentils, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains dominate. This doesn't mean giving up meat entirely. Just flip the ratio. Make plants the star, meat the side. Meatless Mondays? That's a start. Now before you get too excited, yes, Blue Zone residents drink. Moderately, usually red wine, with food, with friends. We're talking 1 to 2 glasses, not a bottle. The key word is moderate and social. It's not about the wine itself. It's the ritual, the connection, the stress relief. If you don't drink, don't start. If you do, keep it sensible and social. Here's where it gets really interesting, and where modern society is actually dropping the ball. The longest-lived people aren't just eating well and moving. They're deeply connected. In Okinawa, they have a word, ikigai, your reason for waking up. Having a purpose in life can add as much as 7 years to your life expectancy. Not might, can. What's your ikigai? What makes you jump out of bed? If you can't answer that, start small. Volunteer. Mentor someone. Pick up a meaningful hobby. Purpose isn't optional, it's biological. Blue Zone families keep their elderly close. Grandparents don't get shipped off, they're integrated. They help raise kids, pass on wisdom, and feel valued. Modern society has normalized isolation of the elderly, but research shows grandparents who engage with grandchildren live longer and feel more fulfilled. Family isn't just nice to have, it's a longevity strategy. Health behaviors are contagious, both good and bad. If your 5 closest friends are couch potatoes who eat junk food every Friday, guess what you'll become? Centenarians surround themselves with people who reinforce healthy behaviors. In Okinawa, they have moais, committed social groups formed in childhood. One group had been meeting for 97 years. You don't need 97 years, but you do need your tribe. Join a walking group. Find friends who care about health. Make your social time about activities instead of just eating and drinking. So how do we actually apply this? Here's your blueprint. Number 1, move naturally. Walk to the local cafe instead of driving. Garden. Take up a sport you enjoy. Cycle. Hike. Dance. Number 2, eat wisely. More veggies, less meat. Beans become your best friend. Cook at home more. Make Sunday dinners a family ritual. Number 3, build your tribe. Create or join a community. A book club, a walking group, a neighborhood volunteer program. Connection matters. Number 4, find your why. Whether it's grandkids, a project, a cause, have something that gives you purpose beyond just existing. Number 5, downshift daily. We're chronically stressed. Take time to decompress. Meditate, breathe, disconnect from screens. And number 6, belong. Whether it's a church, mosque, temple, or community group, regular participation in something bigger than yourself adds years. The beautiful thing? None of this requires expensive supplements or a restrictive diet. It's about designing your environment so the healthy choice becomes the easy choice. Look, we're already doing pretty well. We've got modern medicine and technology, but we're leaving years on the table, quality years. The centenarians in blue zones aren't superhuman. They just lived in environments that nudged them toward better choices every single day. We can create that same environment right where we are. So here's my challenge. Pick one habit from today's video. Just one. Comment below which one you're committing to. Maybe it's eating until 80% full. Maybe it's finally joining that walking group. Whatever it is, start today. If you found this valuable, smash that subscribe button. We're diving deep into health, longevity, and living better. Drop a like if you want to hit 100 with your health intact. And here's the big question. How old do you really want to live to be? Comment your number. Let's see what we're aiming for. Thanks for watching. Now go take a walk or something. See you in the next one.